Iowa. We had a busy week in D.C., moving critical legislation forward. We focused on investing in our rural communities, protecting our nation from dangerous adversaries like China and Russia, and fighting for answers on the murderous withdrawal from Afghanistan. I won't take up too much of your time, but want to provide you all with a brief sit-rep from this week. First, we kicked off the week by introducing new, bipartisan legislation to support Iowa's rural communities. The Revitalizing Rural Communities Act will increase funding for grant opportunities for community centers like the one in Stanton, the Lakeview Elementary School in Centerville, and new buildings at Perry's Industrial Park. Iowa's rural communities are the lifeblood that make our state and our country so great. We need to do more to help these communities flourish. So far, Iowa has been a top recipient of these funds, and I will continue to fight for this support. I look forward to getting this legislation across the finish line as we craft the all-important once-in-a-5-year Farm Bill. Next, this week we advanced 4 bills out of committee to protect our national security. I want to highlight 2 that we're leading to push back against China's continued aggression. The Stop Fentanyl Money Laundering Act and the Exposing China's Support for the Taliban Act. Both will ensure we are holding China accountable for their criminal behavior. Bottom line, Beijing should never be underestimated. They are the world's top producer and backer of fentanyl that cartels traffic across our southern border, putting Iowans, especially our law enforcement and kids, in grave danger. China is also supporting, both strategically and financially, the Taliban and other terrorist organizations like the Haqqani Network in an effort to reduce our role and America's impact for good across the world. My promise to you is this: I will never back down. I will continue to fight the threat that is China to both the safety and security of all Americans. Finally, I fought for answers on the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan that led to the loss of 13 U.S. servicemen and women, including Iowa's Red Oak's own Corporal Dagan Page. The families of those who lost their lives in Kabul, and the veterans that fought valiantly in the war against terrorism, deserve answers. Now, I don't serve on the Foreign Affairs Committee, but this issue is personally and incredibly important to me, like so many of you. So I made the point to be heard at their committee hearing, joining Gold Star families in the audience to demand accountability for this disaster. I will not stop fighting until we have answers. Iowa, it is the honor of a lifetime to serve as your fighter in Washington, D.C. Thank you for being with me in this fight. I can't wait to see you at the Iowa State Fair in less than 2 weeks. See you soon, Iowa.